Hi, everybody. I'm so sorry. I had an issue with being logged out of Google, so I apologize for the late start. Welcome to Spirit World Connections. My name is Donna Johnston, and this is my YouTube channel, Speaker Donna Johnston. I hope everybody is doing well. Tonight, I want to talk to you about the spirit world and what it's like on the other side. And I'm also going to be offering 2 free readings to people who may want to call in. And I'll be offering those readings to connect with deceased loved ones that may be walking with you in spirit. So, when it came to this subject matter, I was a little hesitant to share it with people because, we live in a world where we want instant gratification, and accessing the spirit world takes a lot of patience and time. And where our society's just driven, we want immediate access or immediate answers or an immediate connection. And so before I get into talking about what it's like on the other side of existence, I just want to share with you and remind you that I've been doing this my entire life, and I'm 58 years old. I spent 15 years training under 2 different indigenous medicine men, and I'm still working on understanding everything that I see and everything that I experience in terms of my spirituality. So, with that said, I want you to remember that some of the things I'm going to talk to you about, if you first try meditating or trying to access the higher realms of consciousness, you may not be able to access those right away. It takes time. When I first started working with the Navajo medicine man, I would see a lot more in dreams and visions than I did in meditations. So everybody's insight is going to play out differently for them, and the realms that you can access are going to be different. So please keep that in mind. So when we talk about the other side of existence, there's this concept in our world about heaven and hell, right? And if you live a good life and you're a good person, you're a good soul, you get to go to this beautiful place called heaven. And if you're a bad person and you're do horrible things, you go to hell. And I'm going to debunk that a little bit tonight because there is no such thing as just heaven and hell. There's so much in between the other realms on the other side. And so please keep that in mind. So when I first started accessing the other realms of existence, it started off very slowly with being shown what I would call levels in the spirit world. And by that, I mean, I want you to think of a staircase, right? So you go up 1 stair, that's a level. You go up a 2nd stair, that's a level. You go up a 3rd stair, that's a level. You go up a 4th stair, that's another level. And you just keep climbing. On the lower level, on the lowest level, it's very dark. It's black. And as you slowly move up levels, the colors change. So when you go from the first level, which is very dark, the next level may be a little bit lighter, a little bit, like a darker gray. You go up another level, it's a little bit lighter gray, and eventually it goes up in brightness as you go up. At the very, very top, because you always hear this concept of the white light or a golden white light, and that's true, I've seen those. But at the very, very highest level, it's more like Crayola colors. It's beautiful, it's bright, it's vibrant. The greens are very bright, the blues are very blue, the yellows are very yellow, and it's just gorgeous. It's pristine. It's even hard to describe. On the lower levels of existence, we have a lot of, I hate to use the word bad spirits because, I think that conjures up this whole heaven and hell kind of theory, or the devil, so to speak. But on the lower levels of existence, there are different spirits who I call mischief makers. I think Big Guy would say that they're bad or that they're evil. But the way I perceive them, I call them mischief makers. They're troublemakers. And as you slowly move up, there are different spirits on different levels that play out different roles and do different things in the spirit world. Um, and not everybody is on the same level, okay? And that's important to remember. We all come from different levels. Our souls are all different ages. And so, therefore, some may be on a lower level, some may be on a much higher level, some may be somewhere in between. And when we're talking about different realms of existence, the universe is vast, it's wide, it's big, it's huge, it's so encompassing. It's hard to even imagine how vast it is. But in the vastness of the spirit world, there are many different portals that you can travel to, many different spirits that exist in the spirit world. You hear about extraterrestrials, some people call them aliens, but they exist. They exist, and I've seen them in spirit. But they're harmless. They're not bad, and they're not here to hurt you. They're curious. They can be playful. They can be very loving and gentle, but they're not harmful. And they come from a very high level in a different realm of existence. There are spirits who walk with us, who are assigned to us, and who stay with us in the spirit world. And there are spirits who also come and go and to help us on our paths. I've shared with you before, I've got Big Guy, who I also call Shaman, who walks with me in spirit. He's been with me throughout my lifetime. He's an amazing spirit, very powerful, very all-knowing, and very humble at that. But I also have 4 warriors who watch over me in spirit, one in front, one in back, one to my right, one to my left. I don't feel them around me as much as I do when I'm accessing the higher realms. Okay. So when I go into spirit and I'm accessing the higher realms, they're surrounding me in the 4 directions. Big Guy can override them. He can come in and out as he pleases. But other spirits cannot always easily access. And so when people are looking to learn about who their spirit guides are, that's a great place to start when you want to start accessing the spirit world, because it's important that you understand who your guides are and that you yourself learn about them, not have someone tell you. And how do you do that? By getting quiet with yourself, by meditating, by tuning in to your core, by remembering who you were before you were told who you are. And I know you've heard me say that before. There's a spirit with me tonight whose name is Margaret. I don't know who she's connected to, but she's really adamant in coming through tonight. So Margaret is here with me. I don't know if she belongs to anybody who's listening, but Margaret is here with me tonight. So the spirit world has a lot of different things going on simultaneously. And it's important that you understand that the spirit world does not encompass time. Okay. So it's important for you to remember that there is no such thing as time in spirit. People will say to me, well, how come they don't come in when I ask them to? They may not respond to you when you want them to. There's no concept of time in spirit. Nadine just wrote, OMG, my grandmother's name was Margaret. Oh, well, Margaret wants to talk to you tonight, Nadine. Oh, thank you for sharing that. Margaret is here, and she has some words for you, some things she wants to share with you. Back to the spirit world. Margaret wants to talk. Margaret has a lot to say. So the other thing I want to share with you that's really important is that people will ask me, is it okay to use your insight or your connection to the spirit world to influence other people, right? I had someone ask me that one time, can I send thoughts to a person that I'm interested in having a romantic relationship with and have them, love me or fall in love with me? And the answer to that is no. It's a hard no. When you remember back in the beginning when I started the podcast, I said, Insight is not about power. Insight is about responsibility. It's also about ethics. And so when you start accessing the higher realms of existence, it's important to remember that you're very ethical. You can be shut down. You can be shut down. The spirit world can say, we're cutting you off and you're done. After my partner died, I had a really hard time connecting with the spirit world. And I had said to, my mentor, Gianni, I can't connect. I can't connect. And he said, you're not meant to right now. They've put a blanket over you. So you're blanketed. So you can't connect right now because you need time to process your grief and to heal. So that can also occur. I think that one of the things that people struggle with the most is that they get frustrated trying to meditate, or they get frustrated trying to tune in to the spirit world. And again, that takes time. It takes patience. It takes trust. And if you don't trust yourself, you're going to have a really hard time connecting, because you're always going to be overthinking. You're up here, right? So when you're up here, it's harder to connect. You got to get out of your head and into your heart, where your intuition flows from, and connecting with your spirit. So just wanted to pause there for a moment and ask, does anybody have any questions about what we're talking about here in terms of the spirit world? Nadine said her grandmother was very outspoken in her time. I believe that, because she definitely wants to talk to you. Any questions so far about what we're talking about in the spirit world? It's important to remember, when you start to meditate or trying to connect with your higher self, that you ground yourself. And what do I mean by that? I mean, you need to ground your energy and surround yourself in white light. And that's simple to do. You just ask your higher self and your higher power to come and surround you in white light, and allow that white light to remain with you throughout your meditation, throughout your sleep, throughout your day. You should be doing this every day anyhow. So please remember that. You should not journey into the spirit world unless you have protection around you. You are aware of who your spirit guides are, and you're aware of their role in terms of walking with you in spirit. And because you can access lower realms. So if you get into the lower realms of existence, the mischief makers can fool you. It's not a good thing. Also, what I touched upon last week is that if you're accessing the higher realms, you do not want to be under the influence of alcohol or illicit drugs. Why? Because it lowers your vibrational energy. It brings you down into those darker areas in the spirit world where you do not want to be wandering around. You do not want to be wandering around. There's a lot of things that can happen in the lower realms that, if you're not familiar with it, you don't want to be getting into it. So please hear that. People have asked me before too about attachments. Can a spirit attach, or can a spirit take over you? And that's a complicated question. Can there be attachments? Yes. Have I had spirits attached to me? Yes. Have I had to go to a healer to have them removed? Yes. It's happened at least twice in my lifetime. One was more of a mischief maker. That was a long time ago. The other one was not, and it was more of an extraterrestrial who was on my back. And that became very known when I was going through a Reiki healing. My Reiki master is very good at accessing the higher realms of consciousness, can see extraterrestrials, and she was able to remove it and send it off. So can you have attachments? Yes. Sometimes they're just curious. They're just checking in. They don't mean any harm. Some can be, again, mischievous or troublemaker. So you have to be mindful of that as well. The extraterrestrials that I have seen in the spirit world are very beautiful beings. I saw a female one time with gorgeous long blonde hair, um, different type shaped ears, beautiful beaming blue eyes, and she was just smiling at me. She was gorgeous. So you have to know too that when you're going into spirit, if you see something that frightens you or doesn't feel right, all you have to say is go to the light, go to the light, or set it off. Just tell them, I'm not interested, go away. And once you're familiar with your spirit guides, you can call them in. And I call him Big Guy. If I see something that doesn't look right or makes me uncomfortable, I'll ask him, I'll say, Shaman, take him away, remove him, and it'll be gone. Okay. But please be aware when you're traveling in spirit of what you're accessing, where you're going, how far you're going, and what you're getting into. And that's why I encourage people, to work with a mentor like I've done, or to work with someone who can help you understand what you're getting into, help you prepare to access those higher realms, so that you don't get into the lower levels of vibration and get into anything that might be harmful, or negative, I guess I should say. Any questions so far? How do you know if a spirit is attached to you? You may not always know. Sometimes it can make you feel, you might feel it on your body. You might have soreness in an area. I was having problems with my knee, and it was actually kind of shaped like a snake coming up my calf. And Gianni took it away and haven't had an issue with it since. So it can cause physical discomfort in your body somewhere if it's attached. Or you may. You may feel it on your shoulder. Some of them will just come and sit on your shoulder and watch you because they're curious. Depends. That's a good question. Not everybody will know. Not everybody will know. Any other questions from anybody? And following up on that question, not every spirit is bad, right? And so when we're talking about possessions, people think of like, head spinning around and someone vomiting. Spirits can spirit travel. They can certainly come into your physical body and watch you and watch what you're doing. I learned that when I was training under Wildcat because he would do it. He would come in and check on people to see how they're doing, to make sure you're being ethical, to make sure you're not misusing your gifts and abilities. And so it's called spirit jumping. So you can send a portion of your spirit out to go into someone else's body where you can watch them and observe them. But you need to remember, again, we go back to ethics. You have to be ethical because you're going to be learning a lot of information if you're inside of somebody, and not to use that in a negative way. Any other questions? I notice people are coming in and out, so I hope they're not having a connection issue. So I want to open this up. If there's anybody out there listening who wants to call in, the number is 910 385 9787. Again, it's 910 385 9787. So if there's anybody out there, Nadine, if you want to call and talk to Margaret, please feel free to do so. Don't have a lot of people viewing right now, so. It's a quiet night tonight. Sure. 910-385-9787. And this is a number that I'm only using tonight for this podcast. I will not be using this number afterwards. 910-385-9787. Someone just called and I missed it. I'm going to call them back.
Hey there.
Hi, I missed your call. I apologize.
Oh, that's okay.
I'm telling you, the technology tonight it's not in my favor.
It's okay.
Can you share with viewers your first name?
Nadine.
Nadine. Thank you for calling in, Nadine. So Margaret is connected to you?
I believe so. My grandmother's name was Margaret. She passed when I was 7, unfortunately. My middle name I'm named after her in my middle name. So it might be her.
It is her, and she's got a lot to say.
Oh dear. Okay.
Mm-hmm. She wishes she could have seen you grow up.
Yeah.
And I think that there were some things that happened when you were younger that she wasn't there to protect you for.
That would make sense, yes.
And that's what she's talking about. So she says, she wishes she had been there to protect you and to help you through some things, whatever those challenges were when you were younger. Do you have travel plans coming up?
Yeah. Small ones, nothing huge.
Yeah, because I feel like there's a lot of movement around you. And I feel like you're going to be doing some traveling. They may not be long trips. They could be day trips, but I do feel like you're going to be doing a lot of traveling. And she says to tell you she's going to be with you.
Yay.
Yeah. And she does visit you a lot. She stays close to you. I don't know if you ever feel her around you or if you can remember her or not, but she is with you in spirit a lot.
Oh, that's interesting. Someone else had told me that a few years ago.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Yeah. She stays very close to you. And you have other female spirits around you. Are you aware of that?
It's funny because today I kept thinking about my mom, and I don't know, I almost started to cry, and then I basically told myself, knock it off.
Okay.
So.
Okay. And I feel like Margaret was a strong woman. Does that make sense?
Yes, from what I was told, she was.
Yeah. I feel like she had a lot of strength in her, a lot of determination.
Oh, yes.
And she was, no nonsense sometimes.
Mhm.
Do you know what I mean?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. And she, she says she was really good at taking charge when needed.
Well, yeah, I could see that. Yeah, I mean, based on some of my reported grandfather's antics.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
She didn't have a problem putting her foot down.
Right. That would make sense.
I like her. She's very sweet. But she wants you to know you were in the kitchen recently. What the heck were you doing? I think you were washing like a bowl. Not a small bowl, but a larger bowl for like maybe a salad or a meal.
Okay.
And she was with you. Does that make sense?
Yeah, it kind of does because I'm feeling a little, I don't know, out of it tonight. And I made a pot of, store brand macaroni and cheese. And the pot was from the cheese. That's too funny. It was a big pot.
Okay. Yeah. But she was standing right behind you.
Oh my gosh.
Like right behind you. She does stay very close to you and she thinks a lot of you.
Aww.
She really does. Were you close to her before she passed?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean,
yes, that makes
yeah.
sense. Yeah.
I have some memories, but not a whole lot because, again, 7.
Right. You're
So-
young. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. 7's a powerful number
Oh,
because it
okay.
represents the 7 generations before and the 7 generations to come. And it's interesting that you're her namesake. You said your middle name is the same as hers?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep.
And your mom also comes through and she wants you to know, she says to thank you for the things that you did to help her.
Aw.
And that she really appreciated your dedication to her. She stays very close to your son.
Oh, good. He needs it.
She stays very close to your son. And did you have a cat that she really liked?
Yes.
Yeah, because she's talking about this cat.
Yeah. When we brought, it's funny because the cat that she liked actually passed before we brought her home on hospice. But when we did bring her home on hospice, the one cat that we have now, Lucky, who had never met Mom before, basically stayed on the bed with her quite frequently.
Wow. Okay. Yeah. The cat provided her with a lot of comfort.
Oh, good.
Yeah.
Yeah. Lucky, good kitty.
Yeah, and she liked the cat a lot.
Oh, I'm glad.
Yeah. I don't know how else to say this than to say it, but did she have some issues with your father?
Yeah, both my mom and my grandmother, who was, my dad's mother. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay, she's talking about that. She's going on and on about your father, and saying things. And we won't get into all that. That's personal. But your mom is she's going on and on and on. She said to tell you too to remember, there's other people in the family that you can't control.
Yeah, that would be my sister, who I have cut off communication with completely.
Yeah.
That whole, yeah.
Yeah. And she said, don't let other people cause you too much stress, because I do feel like you have a lot of stress on you, and it kind of affects your shoulders and your neck. That's where I feel the energy kind of condensing.
Yep, that would make sense.
Do you have an issue with your shoulders or your neck?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
They seem like they're always achy lately.
Okay. Yeah. Do you have any questions for your mom or Margaret?
Yeah, probably not that I want to get into on the public forum, but thank you.
Okay. Got it. Okay. Well, let me see what else they have to say. Which one of them liked flowers?
Oh, both of them.
Yeah.
Actually, yeah. My grandmother had, I want to say it was orange poppies in the front of her house.
Mm-hmm.
And my mom had the most amazing flower gardens, around the yard where I grew up. She really, and she could tell you, her and my dad both could tell you the names of all the flowers. It was really, yeah, they were into it.
Okay. So that's how they connected with spirit.
Hmm.
Yeah, they had a pretty good connection like that. And the reason why I ask is they're talking about my flowers, and I have like 350 zinnias outside. Don't ask how that happened, but
yes. Oh my gosh, I saw the pictures. They're beautiful.
Yeah. So, but they say to tell you to be careful in your travels. I do see you might get a flat tire.
Oh dear.
So if you're traveling, just make sure you check that, before you travel, make sure your pressure in your tires are okay. But you might get a flat tire or have an issue with a tire that might affect your travel. And your mom says to tell you need to get out more. You need to get out more, and you need to be more social.
That's funny that came up, because lately I have been feeling very unpeoply, and I am normally very extroverted, and normally I like to be around people, but the last, I don't know, week and a half, I've just kind of wanted to retreat into my shell and just hide. It's very, very unlike me.
Oh, okay. All right. Well, then that makes sense. I feel sometimes like there's some underlying sadness.
Girl, you are on fire.
Okay.
Yes. Yeah, and honestly, I could not even identify the reason for the profound sadness. A couple days ago, as a matter of fact, it was last weekend. I mean, I just kind of sat and cried. And again, that's not my norm. Normally, I'm, yay, everything's great, woohoo. It was overwhelming sadness, and I could not point to any one specific reason. I just felt like it was something buried super deep, and I just couldn't access it, but it was there, if that makes any sense.
Yeah, it does. That makes sense. Yeah. And that's kind of what they're talking about. Also, Margaret says to tell you to be careful with money. I think you might lose some or drop some.
Oh, well, that's not good.
I don't think it's a lot. It could be a $5 bill, a $10 bill, a $20 bill. But just pay attention to if you have cash on you and you're paying somewhere. Because she's lecturing me to lecture you about being careful with your money.
Okay, it's interesting, because usually I am the one that's careful, as opposed to other people.
Well, it could be something where you pull out some bills and one accidentally falls, or maybe you don't get the right change back and you don't realize it until after the fact. But I feel like you're going to drop some money or maybe lose some money, but it's not a lot of money.
Oh, good. Okay.
Are you thinking of buying a new car?
A new used one. The thought crossed my mind, and my girlfriend that actually had the thing said, "Really? Do you?" And I'm like, you know what? Give me 24 hours to think about this. And I came to my senses. I don't really need it. Which, again, it's unusual for me because I am quite happy with the vehicle I have. So it was just very strange.
Okay. All right. Because I feel like that if you want to do it, it's okay. You know, I mean, it's up to you, but I feel like it's not a bad thing if you want to do it.
Well, that's good. Okay.
And who around you in spirit used to smoke?
My dad.
Okay.
And my grandfather, which was the one that was married to Margaret. Margie.
Okay.
We used to call her Margie.
Okay. Because I can smell smoke around you. So you have a spirit around you too who used to smoke when they were here in the physical.
I mean, that might be my dad. And, I am fully aware of the issues, but I mean, I've made peace with him. I mean, I did years and years ago. So
was it, was it Margaret's husband that smoked?
Both.
Okay.
Him, which would have been my grandfather, and their son, my dad. Yeah.
It's your grandfather because she brings him through and she wants him to be held accountable.
Oh boy. Okay.
Because she's got her hand on like his arm and she's like, it's not your dad, it's your grandfather. And she's got a lot to say about him too.
Yeah. He smoked so much that he, like back in the, I guess it was late 60s, early 70s, wound up with throat cancer or something, and he literally had to talk through a hole in his mouth. So the entire time I knew my grandfather, I never knew what his actual voice sounded like because he had to converse through, the hole.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Okay. Yeah. She didn't like it.
Yeah.
Yeah. She didn't like it. And she didn't like caring for him either.
Well, he was had some issues.
Yeah. So, and she's like, yeah, and then some. She doesn't keep a lot of secrets.
Yeah. Well, again, if this wasn't, I would, tell you more. But
yeah. I get it. And I'm letting her know I don't want to know more because she can go on and on and on and on and on. She has a lot to say.
Yeah.
But I also want to share with you, if you ever smell smoke subtly around you, you might get a little whiff of it. Just know it's him. It's him.
Wow, interesting. Because I kind of assumed that was my dad. So, okay, good to know.
And your father, did he have headaches?
Oh, he had he had a lot of issues.
Oh, it makes my head hurt.
Yeah.
Yeah, I feel like he had a lot of headaches and sometimes confusion.
Well, yeah, I can see how that would have come about based on some of his actions.
Okay, because I get like this kind of pounding headache in the front lobe, right on my top of my forehead, and sometimes it feels like he had headaches, but I also feel like he had sometimes confusion with himself.
That makes sense.
That makes sense.
Yeah.
Okay. You have a lot of spirits around you. The more we're talking, the more we're coming in. I feel like I could spend like 3 hours talking to you.
Oh my goodness.
And they are just coming in and they're coming in more and more. You have at least 3 women who walk with you in spirit as spirit guides and stay very close to you. You have a lot of feminine energy around you. And I don't know if you resonate better with feminine energy versus masculine energy, but there's definitely a lot of feminine energy around you.
Oh, well, that's good. I mean, I'll take either. I'm not picky.
You're not picky. Okay. Trying to hear it. She's telling me something about someone with a CH name.
Well, I mean, my last name.
Oh.
My ex was Charles. I mean, he's still alive, but yeah.
Okay. Well, we won't get into that.
Okay.
I do feel like there's a lot more for her to say, and maybe we can discuss that at another time. Um, I don't think it's fair to air other people's dirty laundry in public.
Yeah, no.
You know what I'm saying? Your grandmother, she gets a kick out of some of the things you do.
Okay.
And are you sometimes a little bit clumsy?
Yes.
Okay. Yeah. Because she's around you like when these things happen. I don't know if you've like stubbed your foot or your toe or tripped over something, but there was something that happened not too long ago where she was with you.
Yeah, that could have been any one of a number of things. I can be very klutzy, so it's okay.
But I want to caution you to be careful on stairs.
Oh, yeah, you don't have to tell me twice.
Okay. Yeah, because they are talking about that too, just to be careful on stairs.
Yeah, because stairs are not my friend lately.
Yeah. I do feel like, too, there may be a new job coming your way.
Well, the company that I work for now, they lost their contract with the main entity that employs us. But there is another company taking over, and they have hired me on. So the job will change a little, but it's still very similar.
Yeah, this is something different.
That would kind of be good because honestly, the last week I have been really questioning, do I want to stay in this particular career field? I've just become increasingly frustrated with it.
Mm-hmm.
So,
yeah, I do feel like, and I think it might be a personal offer, maybe someone you know who asks you if you're interested in a job. It's not full-time.
That's fine. I don't want full-time.
Yeah, I feel like it's a part-time job, or maybe 1 or 2 days a week. But it's not a bad opportunity if you're interested.
Oh, well, that's good to know.
Yeah. Do you have any questions?
No, I think this has been really educational and really amazing.
And your mom wants you to know that she loves you. And I know it sounds kind of cliche, right? But she does want me to share that with you. She said to tell you that she sends you a lot of love, and she really respects you for decisions that you had to make. She said some of those decisions were not always easy.
No, definitely not.
But she felt like, you did what you could in the moment that you were doing things, and she's okay with all of that. And she wants you to know that she thanks you and respects you for making the hard decisions that you had to make.
Oh, well, thanks. Thanks for that.
And she does stay very close to your son, so let him know that she watches over him. She is trying to steer him in a different direction, or help him in other ways.
Okay, well, good, because he just started a completely new career path, so he could use some help.
Yeah, so I do feel like she's going to be working with him. And I don't know if he dreams, but I do feel like she tries to show herself to him in dream time.
Okay.
And then, so I don't know if some people will dream and not be aware of the dreams or remember them. But I do feel like she tries to access him in dream time.
Okay.
Okay. And I also feel like she will be visiting you in dream time too, if she hasn't already.
Oh, all right. Well, thank you.
Well, her and a few others.
Okay.
Let's see, anything else? Is there a really narrow walkway near you, or sidewalk or path that you walk on? It's really narrow.
My front porch.
It's really
Because, I mean, our house here, because of where I live, it's raised up on stilts 10 feet.
Mhm.
So you walk up the steps and it's like a little narrow porch to get into the front door.
Okay. Because I just see you like walking back and forth there. You know, like I don't know if you're going for a walk or if maybe it's just because you're coming in and out of the home.
Oh, yeah, that's my main way in and out.
Okay, that makes sense. Does it need some work?
Part of it does.
Yeah. So I feel like there needs to be like, I don't know if it's a repair. I don't think it's anything major, but they're just saying, you know, whatever it needs, get it taken care of.
Okay. Yeah, there is a loose board.
Okay. And they say if you don't play the lottery, you should once in a while. You might win a little bit of money, not a lot. It could be even like, you know, if you're out somewhere playing bingo or cards for money, you know what I'm saying? Something like that, or a lottery ticket or something along that line. But I do feel like you might win a little bit of money if you do that. Not a lot. I'm not talking millions, but you know, what is that game they play at bars where you pick numbers?
Oh, yeah, I know what you mean, but I can't. It's pull tabs. I don't think that's legal in this state, though.
Okay, I know it's in New York, but I like something like that. Do you know what I mean? You might be out somewhere and someone's playing a game for money, or it might be a raffle, something like that. But I do feel like you're going to be winning some money somewhere.
Okay. Okay, well, it's good. I mean, I'll take anything. I don't care. $10. Whatever, 100. I'm good.
Hey, I celebrate $10. I'd celebrate. Also, your mom says to tell you, you need to take better care of yourself.
Yeah, that's like an ongoing battle for me.
She says you need to take better care of yourself, more self-care, more self-love. Even just, you know, a few minutes a day of doing something that makes you feel good or buying yourself a little treat or whatever it may be. But your mom says to tell you that you need to take better care of yourself.
Okay.
So I do feel like sometimes you're burning the candle at both ends.
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay. And your grandmother says to tell you that she's proud of you.
Oh, well, that's nice. Thank you.
And that you carry her name well.
Thanks.
You carry her name well. And I do feel like, you know, you have some of her strength, some of her conviction, some of her drive.
Oh, well, that's good.
That makes sense.
Yeah.
Any other questions or comments, Nadine?
No, I just greatly appreciate this. Thank you.
Yeah, you're welcome. And I'm sure there'll be more later. But you've got a lot around you, so just know that you've got a lot of spirits coming around you and a lot who want to communicate and connect with you. And, you know, you can do that yourself. So.
Well, thanks.
You're welcome. Have a beautiful night.
Well, you too.
All right. Take care.
You too. Thanks.
Bye-bye. Is there anyone else out there who would like a reading? Someone else calling, but I'm having difficulty answering. I'm going to call you back. Please bear with me. Bear with me, folks.
Hello.
Hi. Did I have a missed call from you?
Yeah.
Okay, I'm sorry. The technology thing, I'm still new at this, so I apologize.
Oh no, it's okay. I think I closed out the YouTube so it doesn't echo, but I'm not sure. Am I echoing?
I have you on speaker.
Okay, so is this okay like this?
Yes. Can you share with us your first name?
I'm sorry.
That's
My
okay.
name is Maureen.
Hi, Maureen. How are you?
Very good. And I was calling to see if you could connect to my dad. And his name is Michael, but everybody calls him Mike.
Okay. Did he like to go fishing?
Oh my gosh! Absolutely.
Yeah, he's talking about that. He said, well, I love to go fishing. And he still likes to fish in the spirit world.
Oh, that is fantastic. Yes, he used to fish just about every night in the summer at our little lake place. And then a couple of times a year, he would go deep sea fishing with my uncles, in the ocean.
Oh, okay. Yeah. He's a funny guy. He's got a great sense of humor. Yes. And very light-spirited.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Great personality. Yeah.
And I don't know if he ever shared this with you or not, but what he's saying to me is that he had a sixth sense.
He did or I did?
He did.
Ooh.
Yeah. Hey, I don't think he spoke about it, but he was pretty aware of people and in tune with people.
I would say he had like a high emotional intelligence.
Mm-hmm.
He was able to have good rapport with people, but if someone went too far, he knew how to, be firm and let them know that too.
Yeah, but I feel like he just had a good read on people. He knew how to manage people well.
That makes sense.
I don't know if he did that for work, but I do feel like he knew how to navigate people and to handle different people with different temperaments.
Yes, that makes total sense.
That makes sense. Yeah. He shows himself. He's just so happy. He's got his fishing rod in his hands, and I feel like he's got like a hat on, like when he'd go fishing. And he also has, how many has he got with him? 1, 2, 3, 4 other spirits coming through with him.
Oh.
Did he have brothers?
Did he have brothers?
Yes.
What a wonderful thing that you're asking me. Well, yes. And the thing is that his brother, it was a half brother. So when my dad's mom passed away, about 6 years after that, my grandfather remarried. And there was one son named Thomas. So my grandfather was Thomas and the son was Thomas. So that was my dad's half brother. Okay. Same father, different mothers.
Gotcha. Okay. Because he comes through with other males that were associated with him. Did he have a close friend that he went fishing with?
Well, when they went to the ocean, it was usually a couple of my uncles, but I don't know because my parents were older when they married and had me, so it could have been in his younger years that I don't know about.
Okay, because I do feel like he had a friend or a coworker that they had that in common.
That could be. I just don't know for sure.
And he was much smarter than people gave him credit for.
I always felt that he was smart. I mean, I shouldn't say only, that's not nice, but he completed 8th grade and then he went right to work.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, well, that's what I'm saying. Like, people didn't understand how intelligent he was. Just because he didn't have a high school education doesn't mean he wasn't intelligent.
Yeah,
You know?
he loved to read too.
Yeah. But when he's talking about that, he's saying, people never really gave me credit for my intelligence.
Wow.
And I don't think people saw him in that way, but he was very intelligent and very capable.
Oh, I totally believe that.
Mhm.
Yes.
And did you ever feel like he wanted you to have a different career path?
No, I remember struggling to figure out what major to take in college.
Mm-hmm.
And I had started out with nursing, but it wasn't for me. So ultimately, I wound up going for teaching, and I really credit him for that because I remember my dad saying, teaching would be great for you. You love kids, and
Okay.
this way, if you ever get married and have your own, you would, probably have the same, like summer breaks off and what have you.
Okay. I think that's what he's talking about then, because you changed career paths.
Yeah.
Okay. And he says he gave really sound advice to people, but not everybody listened. If you know what I'm talking about.
Well, I don't know specifics, but I totally believe it.
Yeah. He's like, I gave really sound advice, but not everybody would listen. And I feel like
common sense.
And I feel like he was a peacekeeper. He knew how to kind of keep things under control, kind of manage things. Does that make sense to you?
Yeah, there was something about my dad's energy that kind of kept things at bay, I think.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. He's definitely a little bit older in spirit.
Oh.
He's not new. That's why I think he had a little bit of insight himself. He was definitely an older spirit, so that would make sense, right? In terms of his energy.
Gina, that makes sense, Donna. And you know what? That's reminding me. Now, my dad passed in 1987. My son was born in 1995, so obviously they never met. But when my son was about 3, and we went to visit my mom in the house I grew up with, when my parents bought the house, my dad added a deck, and it looked out on the Hudson River. We lived in New Jersey. Mm-hmm. And one day, my son and I were on the deck, and he didn't say anything at the time. It's really kind of funny, but years later, for some reason, I was going through photographs, in a shoebox, and my son said to me, Mom, what did Pop Pop look like? And so I started going through pictures, and, I showed him the first couple, and he's like, no. And the second one, no. The third one, that's him. And I said, what do you mean that's him? And he said, well, when I was little, we used to go visit Nanny, my mother. And one day when we were on the deck, I saw Pop Up. He was standing there, and he had like a walking stick or a cane. I don't think he was very old, and he was dressed very nice. And he was looking at you, Mom, and me, because you were pointing to the river. And I said, wow.
And you know what? That ties into what I talked about, like back in one of my first podcasts, how when kids are little, they're so aware. They're so intuitive, and they're so aware of the spirit world. How old was your son at that time?
Absolutely.
How old was your son at that time?
She was maybe like 3 or 4, but he
Yeah.
didn't tell me till years later. I don't know why. Maybe the memory came into his head, and I happened to be going through photographs.
Mm-hmm.
And like I said, I was like, I showed him the first couple, and he's like, no. And I'm thinking, why is he saying no? He never met my dad. Like, why is he shaking his head no? And I think I got to like the 3rd picture, and he's like, that's it. That's Pop Pop. And I go, what? Well, what do you mean, honey?
That's fascinating. Thank you so much for sharing that. It's just such confirmation of what what I've been talking about.
Yeah.
That's amazing.
Yeah.
That's amazing.
Yeah, I appreciate that my dad, showed himself to my son. Yeah.
Well, he adores your son.
Oh,
And they have some common ground,
Oh my goodness gracious! I have said that to my son many, many times.
Yeah, they have some similarities.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Yeah.
And your father does stay close to him and watch over him.
Oh, I'm so happy about that because my son's across the country and he goes through some times of doubt and gets down in the dumps and that whole thing. So I'm glad to hear that we got to look it out for him.
Yeah. And I do feel like your dad's around you also. I don't know if you ever feel him or sense him around you, but he does stay close to you. And when you're watching things, I don't know if you watch it on your phone or on the TV. I feel like it's more like on a phone or a computer or tablet. He stands right behind you. Yeah, he's really fascinated with the technology of these days.
Isn't that interesting?
Yeah. And I think when he's around you, you might feel a slight change in temperature. So if you ever feel like a little coolness around you or a little bit of warmth around you, that's him.
Sometimes I feel like, how you get chills on your arms but I don't,
Yes.
I don't know if that, but I do feel like he's around me all the time because we were so very close. And this is going to sound silly, but it was his birthday. Well, it would have been his birthday the other day. So I was singing him the happy birthday song.
Oh, okay. That's what he's talking about. So I was just going to say, were you in a car recently? Do you sing in the car?
I do sing in the car, and sometimes I dance in the kitchen.
Okay.
And I was singing him the happy birthday song in the car.
Yes. He heard it. Because he was in the car with you. He was in the back seat.
Oh.
Yeah. And
that's great.
Because that's what he was talking about. He's like, she sings in the car.
Thank goodness no one's around to hear her because I'm tone deaf. But anyway.
That's all right, as long as you enjoy it. But he does. He rides with you. And he sits behind you on the passenger side. So if you were curious where he is, he sits behind. A lot of times they do tend to sit more in the back seat than the front seat.
That's interesting.
But he heard the singing and he thanks you for it.
Oh.
Yeah.
You're welcome.
Yeah. He enjoyed you.
Same here.
He really adored you, and he really enjoyed being around you and raising you.
Oh.
And he says that and I'm getting chills saying this, and I want to get emotional saying this. But he says he's very proud to call you his daughter.
Oh, thanks, Dad.
Yeah, wow. He really loved you, and he just enjoyed you and your energy, your spirit, your free will. He just really, really adored you.
I really loved him. I've said even to myself over the years, he's like the best dad for me.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah. I mean, he's a good man. He's a very honorable man. Had a beautiful temperament about him.
He did.
That not all people have. So, yeah.
Absolutely.
Yeah. Do you have any other questions for him?
I do, and I don't know, I don't know if in the spirit world they sometimes don't want to answer for whatever reason.
What do you mean?
It has to do with when my dad was a young man. He enlisted in the army. Well, they had to sign up. It was during World War II.
Mm-hmm.
So he wound up being deployed to the Philippines. And he was in the Philippines, I think, a couple of years. But I have reason to believe, and I could be off base, but I've always been curious if I have a half sibling in the Philippines, if he fathered a child.
Mm-hmm. He said it wasn't intentional.
Oh, that doesn't matter.
But I do feel like there was a relationship there, yes.
Okay.
But it wasn't intentional. That's what he keeps saying. He didn't intend for the pregnancy to happen, but we know things happen, right?
So, yeah.
And I do feel like he knew.
I'm sorry.
Yeah, I feel like he knew.
Well, honestly, I remember probably in my late teens, I was helping my mom fold laundry, and I was putting Dad's socks in his sock drawer, and I happened to see a stack of letters partly hidden under the drawer, and I got really curious, and I took one out, and I remember the date that the letter was, so the outside was stamped from the Philippines, and I don't remember any names, but I read the letter, and the date, the year said 1958, and I remember that because that was the year I was born, so this was before my dad married my mom and all that stuff, of course. So, but I think that in the letter, it was female talking about just everyday things, kind of current event, what's going on in her life. And I think she might use the term pops, but I'm not sure.
Mm-hmm.
So I wound up asking my mom a little while later. I told her that I found and I read one of the letters.
Mm-hmm.
And she got a little defensive, and she just said, oh, he befriended a family in the Philippines. And the next day, I peeked in the sock drawer, and the stack of letters were all gone.
I love your curiosity. That's something I would do. It was a very well-kept secret. And some of that was generational,
Mm-hmm.
But it was kept very private. It's not something that was discussed openly.
I just wish that I could, I do genealogy. I wish that, I don't even know a first name, never mind a last name. I wish I somehow could come upon this person. I don't even know if she's still alive, but.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. I feel like it was more your mom who didn't want people to know.
Oh, that makes total sense.
Than your dad. But they agreed to keep it private.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm. Does that make sense to you?
Yeah. Because my mom was a very secretive person. She didn't, she didn't air any dirty laundry.
Mm-hmm. And also territorial.
Yeah.
She was territorial. Yeah. So she wasn't going to allow that in to the family, if you know what I'm saying.
That makes sense.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah. But your dad's very proud of you. He's
Oh,
very proud of you, and the things you've accomplished and the work that you've done. And I feel like you're more like him than you are your mom.
totally.
That's what he says, anyways.
Totally.
Yeah. He says to tell you to get out more. Get out more, do more things. Just get out more. I don't know if you haven't been venturing out much at all. And if you want to play the radio and sing along, he'll be in the back seat with you.
Oh, that's great.
Did you have a dog growing up?
No.
Who had the dog? Did he have a dog growing up? Because there's a dog with him.
That might be on and off during his younger and later years. He did live with his aunt, my great aunt, that we called Auntie in Brooklyn. And Auntie and her brother, Jim, they had a dog.
Okay.
Don't remember the dog's name.
Okay. Did he like the dog?
Oh, I think he did.
Yeah. There's a dog that comes through with him, and he was fond of this dog.
Oh,
Mm-hmm.
it must be my great aunt and uncle's
That
dog.
could be, yeah. I feel like this is dog. He was younger. So was he younger when this dog, your aunt's dog, was around?
I don't know. I don't know how long
Do you know if
they
he
had
had?
the dog.
Did he have a dog growing up?
Not that I ever heard of, because they were really kind of struggling. My dad and his younger sister, when their mom died, they lived with their grandparents, my great grandparents, on the Lower East Side in a tenement building. So,
Mm-hmm.
it was kind of bare bones kind of life. So not that I know of.
Is there anyone in the family that you could ask about that you have contact with?
I could email my godmother. She's the oldest one of the bunch that might remember. But can you see the color of the dog? Or
I'm trying,
not really?
but I just know that he's got a canine with him. It's a dog.
Hmm.
And it's not a large dog. I would say between kind of a mutt, honestly, like a mixed breed.
Okay.
A little more shaggy looking, 30 to 50 pounds, maybe. Medium size, not tiny, not big.
Right. Gee, I'll have to ask my godmother about that.
But he's got a dog with him that comes through, and he was very fond of this dog. It could have been your aunt's dog. I don't know. But I feel like he was younger, though. So it could have been a neighbor's dog. Could have been a dog in the neighborhood. Could have been a stray dog. But there was a dog that he really liked when he was younger. Because he shows himself as a younger man. Younger spirit. Younger in his physical life,
Right. Oh, that's nice.
When you would have dinner, were your parents strict about don't eat with your hands, and was your mom or dad like that?
No. The only thing I remember about dinner that I didn't like is for several years, my mother's oldest sister lived with us.
Mm-hmm.
She was a real crab apple, so she brought a lot of negativity into the house, and sometimes she, because she would sit with us at dinner, sometimes it was like really frustrating.
But would she correct you?
She would make some snide remarks
Yeah, that's what I'm talking about.
sometimes, but my
Yeah.
father would, give her the eye.
Okay.
Anna,
I think
stop it.
that's what he's talking about. Because I feel like there was some scolding or some chastising going on when you were at the dinner table.
Yeah, that wasn't from my mom or dad. That must have been from my aunt.
Okay. That makes sense. That makes sense. He sure understood struggle.
What's that about a struggle?
I said he sure understood what it meant to struggle.
Oh yeah, because he was born in 1909. So when the Depression happened, I remember him saying that he literally was on the soup line.
Oh, wow. Okay.
Yeah.
That's what he's talking about then. Yeah, he says
Yeah.
he understood struggle, but it didn't really change his spirit. It didn't really change he had a kind side to him. It didn't really alter him like that. Do you know what I mean? Some people, it can really alter them. They make them negative or make them have a bad outlook on things. He just he just persevered. He persevered.
Absolutely,
Mhm.
absolutely. And my dad had a couple of sayings. Like not specifically to me, but just in general about things in life. If they were hard, you got to pull yourself up by the bootstraps.
Mhm. Yeah, very much. Yeah, that's kind of his mentality. But he never really kind of lost himself. You know what I'm saying? Some people will kind of get lost in it. He did not.
No, not at all. He had a good balance to him. He was a
Yeah.
hard worker, and
Mhm.
he also enjoyed his time off. He used to, certain Sundays, he would make a big meal and sometimes have our cousins over. He was known, like to my cousins, he was Uncle Mike. So he was really good. He made a lot of different homemade soups.
Mhm. Okay.
Everybody loved Uncle Mike's soup.
Okay. Good memories.
Yeah.
Any other questions?
Well, okay. The other one would be, so my dad's dad was Thomas.
Mm-hmm.
And when Thomas, when he was a widow and then he got remarried 6 years later, he had a son, Thomas. And recently, I connected with my half-first cousin, Tom O'Rourke. Mm-hmm. So through Ancestry, we discovered each other and exchanged numbers. And he called me on Memorial Day. And Tom O'Rourke was saying that his dad, Tom, my dad's half-brother, questions about the O'Rourke side. Mm-hmm. So he was so grateful to like that we discovered each other and whatnot. So I was just thinking, I wonder if my grandfather and his son Thomas were working magic to try to get Tom O'Rourke and I together, to kind of get that O'Rourke connected again. Mm-hmm.
There's something to be said about synchronicity, right?
Yes.
And that's what he says. And I do think it's an important connection for you to make. Mm-hmm. There's some intergenerational wounds there that need to be healed.
Yes.
If you know what I'm talking about.
Yes.
But yeah, he's very happy about the connection.
Oh, good. That's so nice. Yeah. So my cousin took a DNA test through Ancestry like I had done years ago. And then DNA notified both of us. You have a first cousin now.
It's fascinating, isn't it? How we can connect now with people. I know. It's so fascinating. Yeah, but
Yeah.
it was meant to be. It was meant to happen. And I do feel like there's more information to come forward with that connection. There's going to be more to be learned for both of you
Oh.
in that connection. I think it's going to take some time, though, if that makes sense.
Yeah. I think so too.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Oh, that's great.
Any other questions for you? For them?
No, that's it. Thank you so much.
And your father says to tell you he will stay with you. He'll be with you in the car. He's going to be with you when you're at home. He's going to be with you when you're watching TV or whatever it is that you do. He hears you singing. He sees you dancing. And he's always around you. And he said to tell you that if you ever need him, just call on his spirit.
Oh, thank you so much. I will.
Did you-
And sometimes I think to myself, when it's my time to cross over, I just really want my dad to greet me.
Oh, he's with you. He'll be there. He'll be there. But if
It'll
there's,
make me feel safe.
if you're having a bad day, you just call on his spirit. Say, Dad, I need you.
Oh,
Come and sit with me.
thank
Or if
you.
or even in a beautiful moment, Dad, hey, take a look at this. You know what I'm saying? He's there. He's very.
Yes, I do that sometimes because he
Yeah.
liked flowers and stuff in our
Yeah.
yard. And
Yeah.
sometimes I'll see a pretty flower and I'll say something to him and his sister, my Aunt Ann, because they both like to plant some little flowers in the garden.
Okay, that's beautiful.
Yeah.
Yeah. But he's with you and he's listening and he sees you. He hears you. He's all around you. So please don't hesitate to call on his spirit.
Oh, thank you, Donna, and thanks, Dad.
Yeah, you're welcome. You're welcome. Have a beautiful evening. Thank you for calling in and thank you for all your contributions in the comments. I appreciate your presence during the
I'm
podcast.
sure. Thank you. Thank you, too.
You're welcome. Stay in the light.
Thanks.
Have a good night. Bye-bye. So I just want to say thank you to Nadine and Maureen for calling in. I appreciate your presence and for allowing me to connect with your spirit guides this evening. It's always an honor for me to bring those messages to you. So thank you for that. If you're interested in scheduling a reading with me or a spiritual painting, or if you're interested in any of my other services, please check out my website, speakerdonnajohnston.com. You can find me on Facebook at Speaker Donna Johnston, on Instagram and TikTok at Speaker Donna Johnston. And you can also contact me through email, speakerjohnston@gmail.com. And again, the number that I listed earlier on in the podcast is not going to be a number that you can reach me on after tonight's podcast. But in the future, I will be doing additional readings for people. So please stay tuned. And don't forget, folks, remember who you were before you were told who you were. Remember who you are before you were told who you were. And be careful if you start exploring into the spirit world. We can connect more on that and talk more about that next week. Thank you for tuning in. Have a beautiful night. Stay in the light. Stay connected.